yet another new chapter. Okay, this is very interesting chapter. That is lesson number 3.54, how the first letter was written. So we are going to start this. So just a small introduction type of thing I am giving you all. Okay. Now see, talking about how the first letter was written. Okay, how the first letter was written. So this is a very interesting short story, we can say. And this is an amusing story about the first letter that was apparently written, means might possibilities are there that it is written or not, that we don't know, but still very interesting, we can say lesson type. Okay, so here we go. Now here I'm going to give a very short introduction about the writer, who was the writer of it. Okay, now see, talking about the writer. Here writer you can see. Okay, here writer you can see. So the writer's name is Rudyard Kipling. Okay, he was born in 1865 to 1936. Okay, born in on 30 December 1865. That is Bombay. Previously, Mumbai was called as Bombay. Okay, then he died on 18th January 1936 at the age of 70. That too in London, England. And his resting place were like Poets Corner, Westminster Abbey, London, etc. So this is all the work what he did, and basically he was a English journalist, short story writer, poet, and a novelist. So all these things he used to write. Very nice. His writings are there. Then same way, general what he wrote in genre, that short story, novels, then same way children's literature, poet, travel literature, science fiction, all these amazing writings he wrote. Same way, what notable awards. Now see, one person, he's giving his tremendous efforts in his writings, and he's entertaining us by various means, by various methods, so he should get some prize, some award. So for that purpose, he got a Nobel Prize, that too in literature, in 1907. So this is a very short introduction about this amazing person. Okay, so this is a very interesting story, students. Now talking about how the first letter was written. Generally, like nowadays, no one is writing letter, but like past in 30 to 40 years ago, all they used to write letter only, anything. Nowadays also we are writing letter, but most probably what telephones are there, mobile phones are there. So like we are not making much use of the letter, but some formal letter and all that you have to write if you are writing any formal letter. So for that purpose, you have to make use of the letter. But previously, if anything was to share, nowadays what we are doing, we are picking up the mobile phone and typing messages, giving wishes and all. But previously, if they want to wish anyone, what they should do? So they used to write letter only. So this also is based upon, and this from the this PPT itself, from the image in the slide itself, you can see on the very left hand side, like some kind of people are there. They are looking like a Neolithic man at that time, like 8 men they were there. So this poem this story, we can say, basically about, it is about the Neolithic man, like most early time when they used to look like that. At that time alphabets were not there, any writing was not there, so they used to write based upon this only. So here we are going to start, and reading also I'm going to do same way, explanation part also simultaneously I shall carry on. So make sure you are taking your textbook and reading it so that you can understand it very easily. So once upon a most early time was a Neolithic man. So as I told you, a Neolithic man means what? Like previously in history itself, you have studied sources of history and all. So these people were what? Neolithic persons were there. Neolithic persons were there. Okay. So all these persons were of that age, like Stone Age, we can say. Stone Age people were there. All they used to do the help of stone only, whatever lighting fire or in caves they used to do. So these people, basically, they are called as what? Stone Age person or Stone Age people. So he lived cavely in a cave. At that time, houses were not there. So they used to live there in cave itself. Caves, gufa we can say in Hindi. So they used to live in cave, and he wore very few clothes. So they were not having clothes and all. Very few clothes, because at that time cotton was not there. Like now we are wearing cotton, jeans, silk, and all these types of clothes. At that time, all such invention was not there. Afterwards, after many ages, they did all these inventions. At that time, you all can say, students, at that time it was Stone Age, but now it is all Jet Age. Jet Age we can say, because all computers, supercomputer, this, that, all new inventions are coming out, they have existed. So here, basically, all these people, they lived in cave only, they wore very few clothes, and he couldn't read also. Okay, they couldn't read because they were not acquainted about the alphabets or letters or anything. Reading, writing was not there. Might be possibilities are there that they were used to sign language and all. Okay, so he couldn't write, and he didn't want to also, because they didn't want to also. And except when he was hungry, he was quite happy. Okay, they were quite happy, because what, they were not having, I guess, that much tension like we people are having. But that time, what, they used to get up and they used to go for hunting, whatever hunting they used to do, that hunting they used to eat, and whatever, wear clothes and all. So all basically these were their activities at that time. So he was quite happy, and his name was Tegumai Bopsulai. Okay, so this person, his name was what? Tegumai Bopsulai. So basically we can see in the slide itself the very tall person with a long beard. Okay, who is having a bone in his hand. So his name was Tegumai Bopsulai. And the meaning of Tegumai Bopsulai, now y'all also have that name of your own self. So it is also having some sort of meaning. So this person's name, Tegumai Bopsulai, is also having a meaning name. Now, what exactly is Tegumai Bopsulai? So it means man who does not put his foot forward in a hurry. So basically, if we say, what is the meaning of Tegumai Bopsulai? It is so hard, but his name is also having a meaning. Means this man, he never put his foot forward in a hurry. He was a very cool, calm person. He's never into any haste. Okay, but we best below will call him Tegumai. So such a big name. So we can do a very short form. Okay, so that short form is what? Tegumai. And his wife's name was Teshumai Tevindro. So obviously, if a man is there, so his wife is also there in the picture itself. So his wife's name was this Teshumai. Okay, Teshumai Tevindro. And that means, so she is also having a meaning. That her meaning was lady who asked very many questions. Okay, so she was having habit of asking many questions. What is this? What is that? So many questions she used to ask. But we, oh best below, will call her Teshumai. So though her name was Teshumai Tevendro, we shall call her Teshumai itself. And his little daughter. So it's a small girl in the picture. You can see very cute girl. So her name was Tefi Mai, Metul Mai. And that means small person without any manners who ought to be spanked. Okay, so her name was what? Tefi Mai. So this is a small, we can say small, nice, cute family. Okay, and here this spanked means what? Spoiled. Okay, so obviously we know that small kids are there. We cannot put them in very manners that do like this, right? So in short way, she was a spoiled but nice kid. So here we can say that a small person without any manners who ought to be, and her name is Taffy. So Taffy Mai is short for Taffy. So generally big names nowadays also we are having that. If a girl's name is Nita, we'll call her Nitu, like this. Big names no one takes, so they are doing short form. So here also, though her name was Tefi Mai, Metalu Mai, but same way her short form name was there, Tefi, and we shall call her Tefi itself. So, and she was Tegumai Bopsulai's best beloved and her own mummy's best beloved, and she was not spanked half as much as good for her, and they were all three very happy. So obviously this is such a nice cute little girl. She was like very dear to her both parents, both parents, father as well as mother. They loved their child very much. They loved their daughter Teffy Mai, that is Steffi, very much. Okay, and she was not that much spoiled. Generally, small children, like small kids, they are having like they are naughty, but she was not so naughty. Okay, that we will call her naughty. And but these all these three persons, they were very much happy. Okay, they were very much happy. So same way, one day what happened? Now we have to attend and listen. Now in the first part, what we saw that three persons are there. This story basically it is revolving among these three persons. Okay, that is what Tegumai Bobsulai, then Teshumai Tevendro, then Tefimai Metula Mai. So one is dad, another is mother, and the third one is child. So now the real story starts. What exactly is the story about? Now the real story will start. Now we have to be attentive and listen. Students, very interesting, very nice story. Now one day what happened? One day Tegumai Bobsulai went down through the beaver swamp to the Vagai river to spare carp fish for dinner, and Taffy went too. So now previously, as I told, these Stone Age person, they never used to go to offices and all. As now we are going. What they used to do, if for lunch, if they want anything for lunch, they used to go for hunting. That only hunting material they used to take, and they used to cook whatever thing is there, and they used to eat. Okay, very instantly they used to do all these things. So this person, now in the slide itself, you can see that father, he is going to the beaver swamp. Beaver swamp means like a swamp is there, river is there. Okay, small river is there. That river's name was Vagai River. Okay, river, Vagai River, to spare carp fish. So basically a fish is there. Okay, a carp fish is there, and they went it for their dinner itself. They thought that we have to do dinner, and also basically we have to go for that. So their main, this is their only, what they are going, they are catching the fish, they are cooking the fish, they are eating. Or previously people used to do, because nowadays if we are bringing anything like fishes and all, we are putting a lot of oil, masala and all. But at that time, such invention was not there. So they what used to take that fish, instantly they used to catch that fish. They used to put to a stick and they used to just put it in the fire. And when it was like nicely cooked inside the fire, like oven type, we can say it was that mini oven only, then they used to take, mostly all these people, they used to just do the roasting. Okay, just do the roasting. So these people also, they used to do the same. So here what they did, we went to spare carp fish. Okay, they thought that we have to eat fish. And so that father, he went, generally father only, they used to go for hunting and all. And women, they used to, for other household work they used to do. So here that father is going, and Taffy, as Taffy, she was like a little naughty girl. So she told that I will also go. And she is walking very nicely. See, you can see in the picture itself a very cute small girl. She's following her father. And generally kids, they are having a habit of following their parents anywhere they are going. So here also, now Tegumai's spear was made up of wood with sharp teeth at the end. Now this Tegumai was having a big spear. Spear, we can say like bhala, like we can say a spear is there. Bhala and all, like previously people, they used to have it is like a raw type of thing. Okay, but at that time iron age was not there, but with the help of stone only they used to make that spear. In the picture itself you can see a big stick type of thing. Okay, but it is very pointed, very pointed. If it is like you throw it to any animal, that animal, it will easily die. So in the hand itself you can see a big spear. And it was made up of wood. Okay, because at that time invention was not there of any copper or any iron material. So they used to do this only. And so it was made up of wood with shark teeth at the end. So it was made up of shark's teeth at the end. And before he had caught any fish at all, he accidentally broke it clean across by jabbing it, okay, down too hard on the bottom of the river. So like he was, like that spear was there, okay, wooden big spear, and it was having what sharp teeth. So generally these people, they used to do like that only. Stones they were having, okay, weapons they were having, weapons made up of what? Stone, bones, animals teeth. And same way for fuel, what they used to do, wood, fire, like this only. Then utensils like nowadays we are having all that steel utensils and glass utensils. At that time it was not there. So they used to use what? Hollow stones, that mud vessels, then hollow bamboo stems, coconut shells. Okay, coconut shells means what? We are taking that coconut, when we are breaking it into two parts. So generally that small leftover wooden type of thing, that is called as what? Coconut shell. And dried gourds, etc. And for food, what they used to eat, raw meat, fruits, root vegetables, fishes, all these there were their food. And talking about clothes, clothes were animal skins, bark of trees. So here basically that person, he is going for hunting. He's going for hunting, and all accidentally it got broke. His spear, it got broke. Then they were miles and miles from the home. Okay, they were miles and miles from the home. Of course, they had the lunch with them in a little bag. Obviously, a person, if he is going for hunting, now these both, what they went very far from hunting, because instantly they will never get anything. If they will go very far, then only they will get their dinner. So these both, they went very far from their home. They were very miles, but they had their lunch with them. They had the lunch carried in that some sort of bag, little bag. And Tegumai had forgotten to bring any extra spears. I thought that one spear is there. Why should I take another spear? So what he did, he thought that let it be. I'll carry only one spear. I'm not going to carry another spear. So here's a pretty kettle of fish, said Tegumai. Okay, so it will take me half the day to mend this. So this Tegumai, the father, he told that to Tefi, that see, here's a pretty kettle of fish, means many fishes you can see here, but how can I catch with my hands, because it is impossible in river. Okay, nowadays all the fishermen, they are making use of net and all to catch the fish, but previously such nets were not there. So they used to catch with the hands. See, students, nowadays also in some YouTube and all, you must have seen some videos. People are catching fishes with hands and all. So at that time, these persons also might doing some sort of activities. So same way, uh, and now what happened, they thought that array, what this spear, it has got broke, and now how I'm going to catch the fish. Okay, I will mend this, I will repair this. Mending means what? To repair. I will repair this spear by anything, I will tie it, but it will take full half day. Okay, it will take means obviously to repair certain things, it will not take 5 to 10 minutes. Obviously many hours will go. Okay, many hours will go. Now what to do? They were caught into a great confusion. Many questions were there. What to do? Because if they will not catch fish, they have to remain hungry. Okay, they have to remain hungry. And previously, nowadays, what we are doing, we are storing food grains in our house. We are preparing anything and putting into the fridge and all. But previously, these things were not there. So what to do? And who will remain hungry? Like this, many questions they aroused in his mind. So there's your big black spear at home, said Taffy. Now see this small little girl. She's so sharp. She's so smart. She told her father that there's your big black spear at home that you are having. Though this spear, it has broken, but father, you are having another big spear at our home. Let's run back to the cave and ask mommy to give it. So she also told that, see, father, though this, it had broken, we will go home very soon. We will ask mother, she will give the another black big spear for hunting purpose. Okay. So his father told, now it's too far for your little fat legs, said Tegumai. Now this small girl, she was so chubby, so cute. All generally small children, they are small, very cute, so chubby. Now a person, he can run. Okay, now this man, he can run very fast. But this small little girl, it was like quite impossible to run, because generally small kids, whenever they run or they walk, they get tired very easily. Okay, they get easily tired because they are small, they are not having that much energy as we young people we are having. So that Tegumai, he told that it is too far for your little fat legs, means it is very far. You are having a small little legs. Besides, you might fall into the beaver swamp and be drowned. Obviously, we can say that haste makes waste. Okay, so his father also told her that it might happen that in haste you might fall into some beaver swamp and be drowned also. Okay, so we must make the best of a bad job. So he told, let it be. What we will do something that that can come best of the bad job. Now, best of the bad job means what? Like he thought that when he found that he had broken the switch as in what? Broken the spear. While repairing it, he tried to make the best. Okay, by tapping it, he told that let it be. We will not go from here anywhere because half the time I will travel there. I will take the another spear. Half the day it will go like that only. So let it be. I'll do something. Okay, I will mend it. So same way, then he sat down and took out a little leather mendie bag. Okay, so he sat down and he took a little mendie bag. Now he is having a little small bag. Okay, and in that bag, all full of reindeer sinews were there. Same way, strips of leather was there, and he began to mend the spear. Obviously, he want to fix that. He want to repair it. So he was having his bag in which all his tools were there. Okay, because many times such situations happen. So it must be having some repairing things. He was carried that repairing things. Then now same way, he was like he was having all these things. Now this little girl Taffy, she also sat down too with her toes in the water. Now that father, he was busy repairing all the things. Now this small little girl, in the photo you can see, in the picture you can see Taffy, she sat down too. She also sat down. See how cutely she is sitting. She also sat down too with her toes in the water. Okay, in the toes in the water, she sat down and her chin in her hand and thought very hard. See her thinking, acting now. Generally, small children, they were thinking like that only. Yeah? Okay, she was showing to her father, yes, I am thinking, and she's thinking also. So then she said, she's thinking, and then she said to her father, I say, Daddy, it's an awful nuisance that you and I don't know how to write, isn't it? Now she told that it is such a big nuisance. Nowadays, all the people, they know how to read and write. Our government also, they are taking very steps, very important steps they are taking so that each and every child or each and every person, they are they shall get educated because education is very much necessary. So she also told that it is very much nuisance. It is a bad thing that you also don't know how to write and I also don't know how to write. Now what shall we do? If we did not, if we could not send a message for the new sphere. Now, if she is thinking that if I would have knew how to write, then I would have sent the message. If my father knew how to write, then he would have sent a message for a new sphere. Then what happened? Just then a stranger man came along the river. So a stranger man means what? An unknown person whom we don't know. So stranger person, he also came to the river, but he belonged to a far tribe. Okay, this person was there, but he stayed very far away and he belonged to a far tribe. Tribe means what? Some tribal people are there. Basically, they are staying in jungles. They are living in jungles. In African people, you can see like tribal people. Okay, they are wearing all the different types of clothes they are wearing. Their clothes are different. Their attire is different. Their all things are different, like eating and all things are different. So he belonged to a far tribe, the Tevaras. Okay, Tevaras means tribal people, and he was like belonged to Tevaras. Tevaras means the name of a place, and he did not understand one word of Tegumai's language. Obviously, though we live in India, but everyone's language is different. Okay, everyone's language is different. So that's why they have kept some common languages. Like Hindi is common language, English is common language, Marathi is also common language, like everyone can understand. And but if we go into like Japan, so we will not know Japanese language or Italian language or Spanish language. It is very new for us, because but these all are national languages and all our state language we know. Okay, because we actually learn this language. So these, that person, okay, that stranger, he did not understand anything about what Tegumai actually want to convey to him. So he stood on the bank and smiled at Tefi. So he looked to Tefi. She was nice, cute little girl. So he just smiled at Tefi because he had a little girl daughter. Okay, obviously he was also having a little daughter at home. So he also liked Tefi, and he gave a nice broad smile to her. Okay, then Tegumai drew a hank of deer signings from his mendi bag. So now Tegumai is not going to sit alert and just sit still and do nothing. So he thought that no, I should do something. So he drew out, he brought a hank of deer signings from his mendi bag. He took out and he began to mend his spear. Okay, he began to mend his spear. He thought that no, I should do something instead of sitting idle. Then come here, said Tefi. Do you know where my mummy lives? So now this girl, she's very intelligent, very smart. So she told to that stranger that you just come here and you know where my mummy lives. And the stranger, he said, because that stranger, he did not know her language also. So he just said, like this. So silly, said Tefi. And she stamped her foot because she saw a shoal of very big carp going up the river just when her daddy couldn't use her spear. Now, silly, she told to herself, now what is this? She stamped her foot. Stamped her foot means like generally small children, they are doing a stamping their foot, because what she right now saw a shoal of very big carpfish. Shoal means what? Like a jhund, we can see. Many fishes were there in that. But if many fishes are there and we are not having any resources to catch the fish, then what is use of such thing? And she regretted that, see, my dad, he is unable to use his spear. Then don't bother grown-ups, said Tegumai, so busy with his spear mending that he did not turn around. Okay, so now Tegumai, obviously, he thought that his little daughter, she was very much worried. So he told that, don't bother, dear, we will do something. Okay, so with his spear mending, that he did not turn around. So basically this father, he's busy in mending spear. So he did not know what might have happened. So he's busy with that spear only. So I aren't, said daddy, said Tefi. So now this little girl, she's very sharp. She told, no, I am not that bothered, or I am not that much worried. I aren't. I only want him to do what I want him to do, and he won't understand. So she told, no, I am not at all worried. I just want him to do something. Okay, him to do, and he won't understand also. Then don't bother me, said Tegumai. So he told that don't bother me. Don't bother me is what? That don't disturb me. Okay, you should not disturb me. Don't disturb me. Let me do my own work. Okay, so here also, then he went on pulling and straining all at the deer sinews with his mouth full of loose end. So he is trying to fix that spear. Okay, that spear, it will get properly made, and that I will do the another processing of catching my fish and so on. So he is busy with that thing only. So the stranger man, a genuine Tevara, he was sat down on the grass. So this person also, he was very genuine. He just sat down on the grass, and Taffy showed him what her daddy was doing. So this girl, she told that person, that strange person, that see what my father is doing. So generally from this we can come to know that such small children are, they are very sharp and they are very innocent, but they are very like very means very smartness they are having, very activeness. Generally in your house also you must be having small brother or sister, baby brother, but they are very smart and they are like very means active, very clever. Okay, and they are having a very large thinking capacity, yeah, as compared to grown-ups. We grown-ups, we are not having that much thinking capacity, but these small kids, they are having very uh, good thinking capacity, these small kids also. So she told that person, see this, then what her father was doing. So the stranger man thought, this is a very wonderful child. So this stranger man also, he thought that yes, this girl, she's a very wonderful child. So she stamps her foot at me and she makes faces. She must be the daughter of that noble chief who is so great that he won't take any notice of me. So he smiled more politely than ever. So from that small little girl's behavior and her smartness only, he thought that this girl, she's so like a nice girl in her thinking capacity and all, she must be very active and she must be a daughter of the noble chief. Now generally all these, like we nowadays we are having that sarpanch, chief minister and all. So at that time, people, what they were having means like Sardar and all. They were having Sardar. So he thought that, yes, this person, he must be somewhat some noble chief. And because this person, this Tegumai, he was not aware of that stranger, that a stranger is there still. He's standing and he's observing both of us. So he did not make any notice. He's busy doing that mending work. Okay, in the picture, you can also see. So here he smiled more and more politely than ever. He was very much flattered by seeing all these things and he was highly impressed. Okay, now said Teffy, I want you to go to my mummy. Now this girl, small girl, she did not just sit idle. Okay, so she told to that stranger that I want you to go to my mother. I want you to help me. So she told that just go to my mother because your legs are longer than mine. Now she is such smart girl. Huh? She told that your legs are quite longer and mine are so small. So you should go and just convey my message to my mother, and you won't fall into the beaver swamp and ask for daddy's other spear. Now she's so smart girl. She know that her father cannot go because half the day will go, and I also cannot go because I am such a small girl. Okay, so she told that you only go by running because you are having long legs, you are a adult person, you can go by running and tell my mother that Tegumai and Tefi, they want another big black spear. Okay, so for that hunting purpose. Then you will also not fall into the beaver swamp, as the father told that if you will go, you can fall into that swamp. Swamp means what? Lake type of, river type of thing. Okay, and ask for daddy's other spear, the one with the black handle. And she told also the black handle that hangs over our fireplace. So she's so sharp that she know that where is the her father's spear and all that thing. She's so intelligent girl. Now what happened? The stranger man, okay, he was a Tevara, the stranger man. He thought that this is a very wonderful child. The way she's acting and the way she's trying to convey her message. So he told that this is very wonderful child. She waves her arms and she shouts at me, but I don't understand a word of what she says. Now this person, see, he's thinking and thinking. And what he's thinking, that she's a wonderful child, though she doesn't know his language, because his language was different and this girl's and Tegumai's language was different. But still she is trying to convey her message, okay, to that person. So he was also very impressed by that little girl. Okay, so she's waving her arms and she's shouting, but I don't understand. But if I don't do what she wants, I greatly fear that haughty chief man who turns his back on the callers will be angry. So this person he was fearing, he thought that this must be some chief or some person. If I will not obey, or if I will not abide what this girl is trying to say, then this person, this chief, he will give me some sort of what punishment, or he will punish me. Now what to do? He's thinking, what should I do? Okay, and so he got up and twisted a big flat piece of bark of a birch tree and gave it to Tefi. So he thought that I should help this, otherwise if I will not help, then what will happen? This for sure, this person who is a chief man, if he will get angry, then he will punish. Then what shall I do? Like this he was thinking. So he took a big flat piece of bark. Okay, bark means what we can say at previously you must have studied, students, in like 5th, 6th, 7th standard in history subject itself. Like previously people, they used to make use for writing purpose. They used to lie on leaves. They used to write all the things on bark of a birch tree. Okay, and he gave it to the Tefi. So he did this best beloved to show that his heart was as white as the birch bark and that he meant no harm. Okay, so he thought all these things he did it to show how much he had, that his heart was not that much bad, and he was like neutral. So, and he meant no harm. But Tefi quite, she didn't understand, because obviously she was small. Oh, said she, now I see you want my mummy's living address. So now this small little girl, so sharp, she told that, oh, now you want my mummy's living address. Of course, I can't write, but I can draw pictures if I have anything sharp to scratch with. So she thought that, yes, I can draw pictures, but if I have anything sharp to scratch with me. So she thought that, yes, if I will get anything like to scratch, I can draw it. Please lend me the shark's tooth of your necklace. Obviously, how she can draw, she was not having at that time, colors was not there, pen, pencil, anything was not there. So she thought that, now see in this slide itself, in the picture you can see the person, he's wearing a necklace. Okay, he is wearing a necklace, and in that necklace, a tooth, slight image of tooth you can see. Okay, so she told that you just give me that tooth and I will draw. Okay, I will draw it. So I will scratch it. Okay, not draw, we can say I will scratch it into a picture. So please lend me that shark tooth. Like all these tribal people, they are wearing what? They are wearing necklaces and all, whether it is a man or woman, but they are wearing. So the stranger man, and he was a Tewara. Okay, the stranger man, he didn't say anything. So Teffy put her little hand and pulled at the beautiful bead and seed and shark tooth necklace round his neck. Now this person, he did not understand the language, what that Teffy was saying, that you just give me that necklace and all. He did not understand her language. So what this little girl, she was so sharp, so intelligent. She just pulled out the necklace. Okay, obviously that small little girl, she pulled the necklace, so he didn't shout it at her also. He thought that let it be, she's a small girl, and generally if kids are doing such things, no one will say anything to them. So she pulled the beautiful bead necklaces, put it off, and the sharp tooth necklace around his neck. So next remaining part we shall see tomorrow itself, many much more interesting. So up till now we saw that three persons are there. Okay, this Tegumai, Teshumai, and Tefemai. And this story, basically, it is revolving around themselves. Tegumai and Tefemai, they went to hunting to catch fish that for dinner. But suddenly Tegumai's spear, it got broke, and they got this stranger. They met this stranger, but this stranger was Tewara. It was far away. They both didn't know that languages. This Tegumai, he was busy mending the spear, and whatever interaction happened up till between that stranger and Tefimai, where she pulled off the necklace and all, up till that we have seen in this all these slides. So tomorrow we shall see the next part. So how this stranger is actually going to help this small little girl. So we shall continue it with tomorrow itself. Okay, but your today's homework is up till we have done, up till I guess up till neck we have done. So up till there you have to read it and understand it also. Later part we will do it tomorrow itself.